All right, we're gonna get this started right off the bat. I'm a little concerned. We may have some issues running this off of the old hard disk drive because there was some weird behavior happening in the menu when I updated the settings for Nightreign. But we'll roll with the punches as we come across them. Yeah, finally getting around to checking this out. I'm excited to have an excuse to play as different character types since I'm so boring when it comes to playing Souls-likes. Although I'm particularly excited to check out Executor, Duchess, and Revenant specifically. Oh, it's working fine now. That's weird. I think there was something I didn't like about the settings, because, like, literally when I would try and navigate the menu, there would be pretty significant delays. So it could have been because it was full screen, settings might have been detected wrong, so we're going on high for everything first, and we can duck that down to medium if we run into performance issues. And the volume should be fine, but the music might get a bit booming once we start fighting some bosses, so I might lower things later. But I'm hoping that this game is not too performance intensive because it's on a smaller scale. So let's get into this. Hello, Shoto. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Honestly, I'm just going to leave that at the default. That's already pretty hard to see. Nice. Well, once I get acquainted, if you'd like to join, you're certainly welcome to. I am certainly open to playing with my friends and community members. But I want to get acquainted with the game first. Yeah, no worries, man. I mean, I'll be playing this on and off. Oh. Okay. There we go. Hopefully the load times aren't too rough off of the old hard disk. It really shouldn't be, because Elden Ring, the main game, didn't really have any issues. But I know we've got a bit of a introductory cutscene, because this game does have its own lore. All the characters have their own, like, story arc that you unlock as you use them progressively, which is cool because I like to get to know about those characters in a more direct manner rather than just having to read a whole bunch of item descriptions. This also could be taking a long time because it could be preloading the tutorial, which takes place in the same like main map. So although you can replay the tutorial, because beating the boss at the end gets you a relic, you can only ever play it as Wilder. I turned off... Okay. I turned off mouse lock, so I wonder if I pause... Oh yeah, I can drag my cursor out. So gesture menu is here. I don't think we have my favorite. But I think you can unlock more.
Hey.
Jump for joy. The classic. Yeah, I want Ensha's like wall lean. Cool. Not used to wielding big weapons like this. Yeah, so we got our regular old dash by holding circle. Oh, actually. Want to monitor for skipped frames. Using the map, every area has a number of key locations. Key locations may be protected by enemies or traps, but they often house equipment and runes. While exploring the field, use the map to track key locations, which can offer a great boost to character power. Use the map menu to check the locations of allies and learn about key locations. Freely place pins to serve as landmarks as for exploration or to share locations between allies. The detailed view shows additional info on key locations. Right stick, place destination pins, and then triangle to switch to detailed view. Okay, so that's where we started. That's a church. This is a camp with some kind of thing, and then that's the boss location. It doesn't seem like you can remove pins, however. And I think I heard something about being able to press select to ping something, but I'm not 100% on that. Nope. Where's that coming from? Oh, it came through the... Okay. Oh, that was... The parry on this is a lot slower than I expected. Yes, and you got the surge sprint. Some people call it the super sprint. And in battle, this drains your stamina fairly significantly. You can also just hold forward after jumping and you'll climb over things. You don't need to mash. You can if you want to. Wall jump. After jumping, jump again while facing a wall to perform a wall jump. Use left stick to jump in the designated direction when wall jumping. Depending on the height of the wall, it may be possible to, it may also be possible to climb it. X while facing wall during jump, wall jump. Yeah, so it's a little hit or miss with the detection there, but it's not too bad. So here's the other really important thing. So you see these passive effects like improved charge attacks, improved jump attacks. So those buffs are active even if you are not using those weapons. So if we grab Earthshaker, for example, rarity and passive effects. All acquired equipment has a rarity and a passive effect. Items of higher rarity are of higher quality at lower player levels. Some equipment has greatly reduced effectiveness. Passive effects are active while an item is in one's possession, and the passive effects of multiple items stack with some exceptions. Learn about acquired equipment from the equipment menu. So in prior Souls games, it had to be equipped on your person. Now, for example, like under old Souls rules, let's say I had a passive effect on my shield. There was a noteworthy shield that gave you passive health regeneration. You could still dual wield like a claymore and have the shield on your back, and you'd still benefit from the shield's health regeneration. But in this game, literally anything that you have on your body, even if you're not using it, will give you passive effects. Correct, and that kind of buff will have a little hand icon on it. Use the equipment menu to check equipment in one's possession. Switch equipment between left and right hands, or leave equipment behind. So I might actually end up using that. Check special effects and equipment of character and allies on the status menu. Base stats and weapon attack power are influenced by special effects. Check explanation of special effects as follows. R3 in the status menu. More about special effects. So you can see special effects. I've got Sixth Sense, improved charge attacks, and improved jump attacks. Cheat death a single time. That is Wilder's passive. I don't know if you survive with a magic pixel or if you dodge it. I've heard that you dodge it, but that could just be flavor text. And another detail that I don't think the tutorial is going to explain, boluses, items that would typically provide you with temporary, well, they would be a one-use clear of an ailment, I think, like poison or scarlet rot, or they would provide you with temporary resistance to it. Those in Nightreign are actually permanent for the remainder of the run. So as soon as you get a bolus, you should eat it, and they stack. So you can have like poison resistance +3 by the end of a run by eating 3 poison resistance boluses. And that is something that a lot of people are just finding out about as of like yesterday. a major content creator for Souls games, Iron Pineapple, posted about it, and everyone's like, what? And I think he even found out about it through like a Reddit post. Skills. Armaments have special abilities called skills. Skills are highly varied and can include anything from powerful attacks, parries, which intercept enemy moves, and even the application of temporary effects. Using skills consumes FP. Now, because we have a shield with a parry ability, we can't actually use our weapon's skill unless we double-hand it. You can see the icon. Yeah, so you can two-hand your left weapon with triangle and L1. But normally your left-hand weapon, you will use its skill, and then when two-handing, you'll be able to use... Oh god. I don't actually know what this... Oh, it's a two-phase attack. That's not a skill I've ever used personally. Stamp upward cut. So Hoarfrost Stomp was one of the early, like really... Wait, this is a two... Oh my god! Two-handed weapons just give you the second... Oh, sick! Oh, let's go! Alright. That's new. Because normally you'd have to have two katars, and you would get what's called Power Stance. But it looks like weapons that have power stance capabilities for dual wielding, because drops in this game are random, you just get them. Cool. So I wonder if the Duchess's dagger works like that. That's kind of crazy. Because this has a Frost Ash of War on it, it also does Frostbite buildup. Okay, fire straight from... Oh, yeah! Don't mind if I do. Yeah, so the hand icon and the red. So multiple periodical glint blades. Here's a rapier. So what we're going to do... is I'm actually not a big weapon fan, so we're gonna do that. Yo! Alright. That's crazy. Oh, and they stay even if you... Oh my god. Alright. That's crazy, dude. You can just equip that temporarily and it'll refresh itself. And then go back to your katars. Oh, that's filthy. Character skills are special abilities unique to each player character. Each character executes their skill with a special action that can only be repeated after a period of cooldown. The Wilder's class skill is Claw Shot. Launch grappling claw to rope in foes or move swiftly by retracting. If you grappling hook a larger enemy, you will pull yourself to them. It's basically like the Devil Bringer from DMC4. So triangle and L2. Get over here! Yeah! Oh, let's go. Now, can I... Hold on. Oh, no, I can't bring them off of platforms. Yeah, I've been seeing you playing, though. Once I get warmed up, you're more than welcome to join me. Okay, lightning grease. And a fire pot. Okay, so up on the D-pad, toggle item order. Yeah, no worries, man. Just thought I'd extend the invitation. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I don't exactly... Oh, is that just so... Hold on. Is that just so you can go up and down instead of down the list? Sites of Grace. Merely passing through a Site of Grace replenishes HP and FP, heals all status ailments, and replenishes the Sacred Flask. Sites of Grace can also be used for leveling up. You don't pick individual stats in this game, you just get levels, and every character has their own particular leveling path. Spend runes to level up in the level up menu. Each additional level boosts numerous stats. Each character's stats rise at different rates. The higher the level, the more runes required to level up. I mean, you can't really compare yourself. I think there are different levels. There's, like, you're comfortable with the game in trios. There's, you can solo, because I've heard that those are kind of equivalent to challenge runs, like playing the game offline. And then there's ridiculous stuff like that. But, like, there are plenty of people who even struggle to fight, to defeat the Night Lords themselves. So, you know, this is a popular game with many different people playing it of varying skill levels, and the learning curve is obtuse. So there's no shame in that. I say, preparing myself for inevitable defeat on stream for everyone to see. Oh. You can affix your own pins to the map as well as those of your allies. You can also stack your own pins on top of others. Hold L3 while an ally's pin is centered on screen. Stack pin. Yeah, that's also a major part of it. Playing with randos, considering the game has no, like, messaging system, is a challenge. Rescuing from near death. When a character's HP is fully depleted, they will enter a near-death state. They will be unable to perform any actions other than basic movement and do not have long to live. The near-death gauge appears when a character enters this state. Attacking will deplete the gauge and revive the ally. The near-death gauge is extended by each brush with death, but an extended near-death gauge shortens while the character remains alive. Passing through a Site of Grace will also reset the gauge to its original length. Oh, I didn't even know that. That's cool. Also of note is that skills, and most importantly ults, because they also deal damage, can be used to safely resurrect allies, and apparently ults basically do that instantly. And that's a technique that I think a lot of people don't realize when they're new to this. Welcome back, Duchess.
I have thee now.
Oh, all right. That was a little rude.
To thine ambition.
I don't know how much damage he's gonna do to me, so... enough. Ooh, juicer. Ooh. Ow. All right. Ultimate arts are powerful special abilities that are unique to each character. An ultimate art can be executed once the ultimate art gauge is full. Ultimate arts have the power to turn the tide of battle. The Wilder's ultimate art is Onslaught Stake, a powerful single attack that launches an iron stake with a great explosion. Triangle R2 is ultimate art. You can also charge it. So if you use it normally, it only consumes half. If you use the charged version, it uses the full meter. So what we'll do is we'll get our friend back. Woo. Okay, we dodged death. Frostbite, bitch. Let's go. Gonna hit him from here. Woo. Let's go! Oh yeah. First try, baby. Whew. What can I say, Sal? I do a little gaming. I do a little gaming. Hey girl, don't mind me. Just gonna take my seat on my throne. Oh, EP. So for reference, the last thing I did in a Souls game was I beat the second boss, well, technically the third boss, of Kazan the First Berserker, which is apparently a millennia level boss fight. So I'm pretty warmed up right now. I did not expect I would beat that. Because I cannot even,
long ago,
one-shot the base game's tutorial boss. And I struggled.
The lands between were visited by a great war.
With Margit, when I restarted my playthrough on PC. Woo!
The Shattering, as it was known, destroyed order itself. Drawing forth in time an abomination. Thus fell upon us the night. Now heavy rains harry the region, threatening to wash away its very history.
So I wonder when in the timeline this happens.
The Night Lord does not rest. As it ravages the lands between beyond recognition. But there are those who would fight back. The Nightfarers.
Because they mentioned the Shattering,
Brought
so...
together by happenstance, their commonalities are but few. No shared station, era, or even purpose.
I would assume it happens before...
Yet together, they are bound by a will.
The base game story.
The will to cross the endless night and fight on.
Because I don't believe any of the endings involve
Till
re-shattering.
every shred of their being is ground away. Alas, the curtain may be drawing to a close upon this world.
Also, that guitar was sick. I might have to start putting some fast weapons in my rotation rather than just being a katana lowered. Because I always favored weapons that were like short swords to long swords that would deal reasonable damage with a nice vertical and then horizontal. Hence why I ended up favoring katana as of Elden Ring. Yeah, that's probably the character I'm going to use first. But I also want to try Duchess and Revenant, which need to be unlocked, so...
You are awake. I know not why, but once again it has happened. So be it. Condemned, I welcome you to the Round Table Hold.
Thank you.
I am the priestess, the voice of your formless master. You were chosen for your potential to vanquish the night. The Night Lord is a living cataclysm, bent on laying waste to the very land that anchors us. Unless we bring its end, our world will be undone. And for this, I need your help.
The Shrouded Round Table Hold is a nexus for launching expeditions. Travel to the lands between from the Great Site of Grace. Change characters, conduct relic rites, and otherwise prepare for expeditions. Use the Round Table Hold menu to travel directly to a facility of interest. NB. This explanation can be accessed at any time from the Visual Codex and the Round Table Hold. My hands are still shaking from that boss fight.
This is a hidden refuge, a place where warriors gather. Rest assured, though it is in disrepair, you will be safe here. We even have a caretaker. He might strike you as odd, but he is worthy of trust. Speak to him, if you please.
Is this not just the Duchess?
Speak as you wish.
What does our formless master have to say?
This message is for you. You will hear it often. Seekers of redemption. On the third night, this land will fall. Band together and prepare to claim the life of the Night Lord. That is all. Oh. Regrettably, I have no means to fight. It might strike you as presumptuous, but I am in need of your help all the same.
So I do know that upon reaching your first Night Lord, there is apparently a random drop chance, guaranteed if you beat it, to get an item that allows the Duchess to become playable. So I wonder if that's what allows her to fight, if that is where she gets her skill power from. The old pocket watch might be necessary for like her restage ability, because that involves like a time rewind mechanic.
Speak as you wish. I await your return.
Because I'm assuming this is the Duchess. Hey, what up, Birdman?
I am always ready to fight.
Guardian.
No matter how towering the beast we face, stand your ground and raise your shield. Be patient. Your window of opportunity will come.
I do wish we got more, Beastmen. So, adding even just, like, one more race to Elden Ring is a decision I'm a big fan of. Victor's record. I guess this is just to give you an idea as to what equipment might be useful. Yeah, I'm gonna explore around. Oh, look at this guy. He beat it unarmed. What a Chad. All right. Fucking Kung Fu Iron Eye. Kind of wish it gave you the player names. Ooh, a cane sword. Oh, the meteoric ore blade. Love that. Not expecting to find anything out here, but one thing that people have mentioned is they wish that if you invite people to your lobby that everyone could run around in it, but that's not a thing. There we go, we got the Fellowman fetish. Whoop. A fetish bathed in golden magic. Shackles were used to bind the accursed people called the Omen, and these ones were made to keep a particular omen under strictest confinement. But the magic is long faded, leaving only a dark stain in its wake. The protector of golds yet stands guard over the realm, even after being swallowed by night. Switching weapons boosts attack power, improve throwing knife damage, and vigor +1. So there's... yeah. But at the same time, I think what they've crafted is really interesting. And from Software, I think that's the most important thing. They can fix the growing pains later, but I think the game is in a solid state. Launching without duos is a strange decision, though. The fact that they're like, just didn't focus on that in development. It's like, are you kidding me? Hello?
I think I'm good to go. You only need to land one good blow to punish a fleet-footed adversary. Be relentless. That's your best bet.
Yeah. Especially considering how small they made the map by comparison. The fact that there's stuff like that is sure to be frustrating. But I think this game is surprisingly fluid and responsive, like right off the bat. I was expecting the surge sprint to be a little more awkward, and I know my buddy Mod was having some issues with the climbing, but thus far that's all been pretty intuitive for me. Relic Rites menu. To invoke the power of a relic in your possession, conduct a Relic Rite via the Relic Rites menu. The supporting effect of the invoked relic activates upon leaving for an expedition. Relics are permanent additions to your inventory. However, relics must be placed on the matching colors of a vessel. Each character has their own vessel. Additional relics can be purchased from the Small Jar Bazaar. Acquired relics can also be sold. So does that circle mean... yeah, it's blue. Okay. There we go. Invoke the power of a relic for the first time. It doesn't look like you can sell it, because it's a unique. Now, can you only equip this on one character? Nope. Cool. I don't think that relic's gonna be beneficial, but for Recluse at least, who is getting a massive amount of fan art. Like, I want to say my Twitter timeline is like 90% Recluse fan art. Not that that's a complaint. She's very pretty. And I always like it when we get characters with like fantasy skin colors. Like she's dark skinned, sure, but like this is not like an African skin tone. Like she is dark. Sparring grounds. Use the sparring grounds to learn controls and practice fighting. Use the sparring equipment menu to change loadout settings, and the sparring settings menu to change conditions for sparring. Upon departing on an expedition, any equipment borrowed from the sparring grounds is automatically returned. So you can also use that to go around, and then you can charge. Let's animate you. Oh, got settings. Change status, HP and FP on the sparring settings menu. The option to change characters is also available here. Bam. So yeah, you can do the small one. So yeah, not half. It's more like 75%. But then if you fully... There you go. You can get a preview. So 15 is the max level. So let's switch to Guardian. So we got... Oh, interesting. He does not have a parry. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay. Steel Guard. Okay, so he can sprint while shielding. That's cool. Hook, jump at the end of the dash, and 180 pop ult. Huh, okay. I'll try that out in a second. So Whirlwind kind of juggles enemies up. No, actually, hold on. I'm curious. So I want to say that's approximately 20 seconds. 15 to 20 seconds for the cooldown. Now if we charge it, bigger area. Nope, same cooldown. Cool. All right. So this one's really good for reviving people, because you can control where you're moving in the air. Whee! And if you hold it, you can keep doing this and you'll provide a defensive buff for any of your friends in the area. I don't know how effective it is. Let us level ourselves up. Come at me, bro. Whoa. That completely negated it, and he's being knocked back. That can't actually happen against bosses, can it? That's crazy reduction. Wow. Alright, back to Wilder. Okay. So. Hook. Jump. Okay. Well, already I can see... Oh, hold on. Oh, you can do some Spider-Man shit. Interesting. So jump and then 180 ult. I mean, already this is pretty cool. Now, what level of ult is that? Is that just the standard? Yeah. And then it knocks you back. I could see that being really clutch if you're trying to, like, stagger somebody. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what you mean about the 180. But certainly jumping gets you a lot of extra distance. Yeah, like that. Cool. All right. Next is Iron Eye. Bows. Equip a bow to fire arrows. Arrow stock is unlimited. Wielding a bow with both hands enables precision aiming. Great bows, crossbows, and ballistas are handled identically to bows. I don't think that's usually the case. While holding a bow with both hands, hold L1 for precision aiming, and right stick move precision aiming sight. And it seems like you might start out that way. Oh, and actually, hold on. I'm not quite sure what it means by, like, left stick plus circle. Do I need you to attack me? Not really understanding the difference there. Because yeah, you can sprint while shielding, regardless. Wait, this shield has 100% physical damage resistance? Or do all shields do in this game? There doesn't seem to be a way to view detailed stats, so I'm going to assume so. Okay. So, passive ability is to obtain more items. We have the marking ability. And that, I believe, allows enemies to take additional damage with that little red marker. So 33, 66. Yeah. Ooh. Is there damage drop off? 30. I think enemies just take additional damage when they're attacking. I think that's what that is. So 30. Yeah, 33. $36. And it's 33 without. So that's a 10% damage boost, and if you attack an enemy while they're attacking, you get a 10% damage boost in addition. Okay. And then... Okay, so that's our skill. Okay, so is that always a burst? So 20. So you can charge it for an extra 10%. But if you hit with 2 arrows, then you can do more. Right. Okay. And then we have whatever this is. That's just our big skill. So so if I'm holding L2, I slow down. And then I have a charge. Okay, that's a forced charge. So like you can fire that for, so that's 18. 20. 72, so that was all 3. Yeah, so I don't think there's much point in charging the regular R2. And you can't hold R1. That doesn't do anything different. You have to mash to keep shooting. Okay. So we activate. Whew. And I bet that pierces. let's peep the damage numbers on that. So 183. Okay, so the extra 20 damage was because... I don't exactly understand the prompt for aiming. Because I mean that's just how firing bows in these games work. You have an invisible cursor that directs where your arrows are going. It's a very big area of effect though. Cool. All right, on to Raider. So cannot be knocked down during skill activation. And our skill is Endure. Briefly boost poise. Damage while taking this hits is reduced. Oh, that was Retaliate. My bad. That seems like a terrible starting skill. Oh. You're invincible for a second. Okay, so Retaliate's pretty good. And then we have the Totem Stella, which does big damage, and then it gives you a high ground. And this is good for if you have an Iron Eye, especially, or a caster, because you can just sit up here, avoid boss attacks. Oh, that's a pretty good weapon, though. Actually, hold on. So... there's no reason not to dual wield. I don't know why they don't just start you in dual wield mode, quite frankly. So that's horizontal. That's a big upper swing. That's still horizontal. Yeah. There seems to be no reason not to dual wield. So 180, 365. Beefy poise damage. Yeah, that's like an extra 20 damage. That's super worth. Okay, so Raider's very simple, thankfully. We're gonna leave Recluse for last. So we receive boosts after recovering from status ailments. And we have Cursed Sword, which is a stance, actually first. So we got my baby, my sheath. Love that. And again, no shield, so you may as well dual wield. Now this is important. So if shields have 100% physical damage resistance, what about... wait, that too? Are you kidding me? That can't be... hold on. I also just thought of something. I didn't use the, so two-hand with the bow. Now, are there headshots in this? $59. No. You also can't do your triple shot. So there's also something of note. If you want to do a crit, for example, so you would have to undual wield. Oh, can you not do that with your left hand? No, you cannot. Okay. Alright, back to Executor. So the thing about this stance is that your dodging capability becomes limited. Your movement speed as well. You're forced into a walk. And you can no longer sprint, or you can super sprint, and that'll exit the stance. You can still jump. And you are locked into dual wielding. So I'm going to assume that you are allowed to block. Okay, and you've got a long-range sort of stinger. It's more of a horizontal one. It's more like Nero's, I suppose. Okay, so that's important. So this is just blocking normally. But if you perfectly time your blocks, aha. Okay. So how many? Ooh, wait, that does poise damage? Yo. Hold up. The back kick. Yeah, so you can hold. Okay, that's a very slow move set. The light attacks are really good. Oh, that's crazy. So if I just sit here and block. Yeah, this does not seem to be building up any juice. So 2 hits seems to be enough. Whoa! That just went right into that. Oh, in the cursed sword stance, as soon as you stagger an enemy, you auto crit. Oh, maybe not. I might have just been mashing. Yeah, okay, I was mashing. My bad. Okay, so we're at full magic. Or full charge, whatever. So 114. Still 114. Okay, 78. 317. And then a heavy does 144. And then this does 356. So if we do it regularly, it does, so that does 3 times the damage. So 114. Because because that's the same. So 173. 144. Okay. So 122. 122. Come on. Okay, so yeah, you need to parry like 2 or 3 attacks. Oh, I accidentally clicked the left stick and that caused me to exit the cursor. I don't think I timed that. Ooh, and that has some iframes. Yeah, I don't think I took damage there. Oh no, you do. So you got a little bit of Sekiro. Or the cool kids. Reference Kazan. Okay, so early. There's definitely no iframe. Well, what if we get hit late? What the fuck? Yeah, okay, no, never mind. That was a false positive. Oh wait, no. There is absolutely a parry built into that. What is the timing? So I think it's late. Yes. Yeah, so in the second half of the animation, you you have super armor. And you take no damage. And it seems to count as a heavy attack. Very cool. Yeah, I like that. I'm not sure if I'm confident enough to be actively parrying stuff, but I'd like to give it a go. Now, aspects of the Crucible Beast. Okay, so we got light attacks, we got heavy attacks. We got a big-ass jump. We got jumps. Woo! We got a roar. Okay. Okay. Now, the other thing about this. So, what you can do. So let's say you take a whole bunch of damage. Okay. And then you ult. You got a full health. Then you L2. You end it early. And now you return back to this form at full health. Now, how does that work in terms of the meter? Oh, so that only consumes 75%. Always. Oh, that has knockback properties. So if you let it deplete, if you let the timer run out, then you lose your meter. Oh, it's okay, after you reach a certain point, it starts to bleed down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it starts from the beginning, but it's very slow, actually. Hello, Russell. With the activation button. Oh. Yeah, I heard someone mention cancel. No. Hello, Gustavo. How's it going, man? So, I mean, technically, Cell, you save a little bit more because the slow ticks will not occur. I'm doing all right. I'm enjoying experimenting with Nightraign's characters. And now for everyone's favorite mommy, the Recluse. Sorceries and incantations. Equip a staff, sacred seal, or other catalyst to cast sorceries and incantations at the cost of FP. Each catalyst can cast 2 distinct spells. With catalyst equipped in right hand, cast first sorcery / incantation with R1, and R2 is the second. And L1, L2 when equipped in the left hand. Executor interests me the most of the default roster, but I'm excited to check out Duchess and Revenant. But yeah, so that's our girl. So collecting affinity residues replenishes FP. So, what we do, so we got our staff, we have the kick ability. Eh. Alright, so we got Glintstone Arc, and so there's a magic circle on the enemy. The blue indicates magic damage. So if we use Magic Cocktail, we absorb that. I don't know why Mod was having issues with that. It seems to work perfectly fine for me. But now that we have 3 magic seals, we have the triple magic, which is a bubble that's gonna periodically attack them. And my understanding is that there's like double magic, double ice, double fire, double light, and then triple, and then there's one of each. And yeah, anytime you collect affinities, she also has a floaty dodge, which is nice. It gets her some additional range. So yeah, you blast an enemy a few times. Pop, pop, pop. And then get your FP back. Yeah, no, she's pretty straightforward to use, honestly. So is there something that can... No. Because I'm curious if the... and you can also target allies to grab stuff off of them as well. But I don't know if you can just, like, do this passively. So I don't know what the range on this might be. So we're going to do some magic damage. We're going to run over here. Okay, so you need to be aiming. So mod might not have been locking on. You have to have your invisible cursor placed on the enemy in order to grab the residue. That might be why. Okay. Okay, and then our ultimate art tags an enemy, and it basically makes it so that anytime you deal damage to an enemy, you regain health, and I think you do more damage too. So 142. 123. Yeah, so that was what? An additional 20% damage. So 20% damage boost, and you regain HP when you attack a marked target. Cool. Nice. So that's the cast so far. Oh, it looked like at some point we had some skipped frames. Not many, though. Let me just quickly check my... No, everything's fine. Don't know when that might have happened. Wish I had a graph that would kind of like show me when those interruptions would occur. Okay, so we spoke with Guardian. We spoke with... Actually, I have an important question. So if we were to change ourselves to Iron Eye, for example, and we go to where Iron Eye was. Oh, Raider's here.
I can wait, but I only have so much patience. What if my sword arm rusts? A fine beast we're facing this time. Well, take it as a challenge. Don't overthink it.
And this guy's like an old sailor. They use the term seafarer specifically, so that's cool. So I think Iron Eye was over here somewhere. That's not where we went. I'll use all the facilities in a section. I just want to check something here. So I saw Executor painting. Yeah, okay. Change characters on the character selection menu. Find out more about a character's background and unique skills by browsing the visual codex and utilizing the sparring ground. Yeah, blood sigils. Doesn't really tell you what that does, but ignores any defense. I assume that would pierce shields, and maybe it always... Oh, we haven't actually spoken. Yeah, let's go to Iron Eye, then. What's up, dude? Ooh. He paints a depiction of the Erd Tree. It does not yet look finished. What are you up to?
Welcome to the Round Table Hold, brave champion. I am but a humble attendant. here to serve your needs. I am told that each of you has committed a grave misdeed, but I beg to differ. You aim to preserve this very land, and that is no small matter. Indeed, it is an ambition most worthy of praise. I've spruced up the facilities to make your stay as pleasant as possible. By all means, do make yourself at home. No task is too great or small, champion.
What explains your appearance?
You wish to know about me? I began as one among many, a single cog in a great machine of war. But then I was selected for modification, to become proficient in the field of housekeeping. It did not proceed entirely as expected. I was tossed away, only to wake up here, where I began my domestic duties. Hardly the most riveting of tales, I'm afraid.
A little Violet Evergarden.
No task is too great or small. The arena of champions. The great lands between tremble in the grasp of the night. As the day wanes, this grip will only tighten. Beware the terror that is rain.
So if we look at our guy, okay, so he's got a face mask on, but it almost, I was about to say he might be of like the same race as the Recluse, but I don't know. It might just be the shadows. It's got blue eyes, though. Now I understand why people have been doing the blue eyes white guy meme for Iron Eye. Where are our other characters here? Oh, hey, Walder.
When do we fight? That beast. Was that the Night Lord?
I mean, no.
When do we fight? The night could swallow us at any moment. Don't expect me to show the fiends any mercy.
Okay, there are a couple lines.
When do we fight? The night could swallow us. Don't expect me.
Okay, well, we may as well switch back to, we can switch to Executor now. And we just need to find the Recluse. Wait. Where did Guardian go? Oh, they travel around. I see. Here you are.
Make it quick. A supremely vexing opponent indeed. I've had to face shifting targets before, but never a natural phenomenon. Make it quick. You only need to land one good blow to be relentless.
Okay. There might be more
Make
than...
it quick. You only need to land be relentless. Make it quick. A supremely vexing... I've had to face shifting...
Nah. Just 2 lines, it appears. Okay, so Guardian, Raider, and Recluse. Do you change your line at all now that I've changed characters?
The night could swallow. Don't expect me.
Nah. There you are. Yeah, people have been shipping these two together.
Anything troubling you? I can help. I can't believe it. Facing off against the night itself. If such is our fate, we must rise to the task. Anything troubling? I've trained with halberds before. No expert by any means, but I can hold my own.
Then why are you insisting on using one?
No matter how towering the beast we face, stand your ground and raise your shield. Be patient. Your window of opportunity will come. Anything troubling?
I've already forgotten if that was the line we got first or not.
Wishest thou to converse? We must put the night sky to rights, to see its beauty once more.
Yeah, you're great.
Wishest thou to converse?
As someone who's always played as a character with like a little bit of int to cast spells, but never committed enough to do real damage with them, I am kind of excited to play as a caster. But I'm kind of more interested in Revenant's gameplay possibility. Possibly.
I believe myself skilled in my craft. Wishest thou I be...
Howdy. Oh, you're decked out, dude. Small Jar Bazaar. Spend Merc to buy items at the Small Jar Bazaar. Items purchased here are permanent and will not be consumed when departing on an expedition. So we got some gestures. No, we don't have the one I like. You got some prattling pates, though. That's nice. Fire pots in possession. Starting armament deals magic damage. Lightning grease. Change the compatible armament skill to Sacred Blade. A scenic flatstone yet to be polished. Purchased to reveal its precious gift. That's a that's a typical Souls thing. We're not going to tell you what this does. Is he drawing on his son? Yeah, cute. Who's in the basement? I guess Raider's going to be out here somewhere. Yeah, you don't have to press the jump button at all. You just jump toward the wall, which is really nice. Yeah, this seems like a spot where Raider would chill out by the water. Oh, he's lifting.
I can wait, but I only have so much patience. What if my sword armor? The night is nothing to be afraid of. It is only the setting of the sun. I can wait. What if my sword... The best weapons are the ones that require unvarnished might to swing. Let me at him. The bigger the better.
Okay, so there are 3 quotes, but I'm not going to keep talking to every NPC. What other facilities we got? Well, visual codex, journal, garden, shore, waiting room. Oh, and you can just see where all the dudes are. All right.
How are you faring today, champion? Speak to me should you require anything at all.
What was up here? Journal. Check the progress of each character's journey using the journal. The fatigue of constant warring has robbed the Nightfarers of selected memories. Reclaim lost memory fragments to restore past experiences to their journals. Persistence in battle will yield memory fragments, but at times one might require the help of someone at the round table hold. Yeah, you would go to this menu and you'd have an option to go on a little adventure. Okay. Chapter 1. The Wilder departed from his faraway home, braving the sea of fog to reach Limveld. Nightfarer's forays wither the soul and cloud recollection, causing one night to bleed into the next. But of one thing he remained certain, that he must track down the Night Lord and bury it. There was no choice. He repeated the words to himself, all the while clenching a precious object in his hand, a solitary earring, his counterpart long lost. The Guardian was born in the Winged Realm, becoming a knight of the Pinion Folk, sworn to protect its lands and peoples. In the splintered memories of the Guardian are two flocks. The old flock from his home nation, who he failed to protect, who died, and the new flock, who fare with him against the night. Oh, he loves us. Iron Eye. Instructions sent from the Fellowship to the Iron Eye. Iron Eye, beloved child of the Fellowship, we have received word from Batir that you have fulfilled your duty. Your compensation is on its way. Remain at your present location. A new, substantial task will soon be upon you, which will likely require journeying to the lands between. Details to follow. Ever your custodian, Isolde. Please forget what I said the other day. It was pure balderdash, spoken in frustration. Okay. Isolde sounds like a name I've heard before in these games. The pirates of the coastal waters love nothing more than a worthy rival, and thus the raider made his way to Limveld. The encroaching Night Lord was precisely the challenge he wished for, or so his intuition told him. The moment he stepped foot in the Round Table hold, he knew that he was right. And when he donned the white-horned helmet, he was certain that he could hear it, the gentle murmuring of waves in the coastal waters that were once so familiar. Dude, that's just like a seashell's echo. It's just, those horns are hollow, and you're just hearing the air circulating in the horns. Though my fellows call me by the name of Recluse, mine origin is one of many, a witch of the deep woods. From mine seclusion amongst the trees, cause did I have to journey forth to Limveld, for I had mind to search for a certain something coiled in shadow. Mine flesh, partially plated, mine hand with brush, a window into oneself. Brush strokes outline these fragments of memory. Is that a haiku? Is that what they're going for the executor? Cool. Okay. And then the visual codex. View various gameplay stats with the visual codex. The guide contains elementary explanations and fundamental concepts. The handbook contains detailed explanations concerning combat. View records of past expeditions via result history. Cool. Okay. Wilder. A young man long in pursuit of the Night Lord. This swordsman has defied death at every turn with a stunning sixth sense for combat. He swore to avenge the night in the name of his massacred tribe. His attributes are balanced throughout maturation with excellent HP, strength, and dexterity, able to command all types of melee weapons. Preference, great swords. Guardian, Pinion Folk Knight of the Winged Realm, a former captain who was injured in a war in which his country's fate hung in the balance, faced the brunt of the enemy warrior's attacks to protect his flock, boasts high HP and stamina, and plays both offense and defense on the front line, armed with a shield. Preference, halberds. Iron Eye, assassin of the Fellowship. He is feared for his split-second judgment and the ability to spot even the most fleeting of chances to strike, earning him the moniker Iron Eye. Boasts excellent dexterity and wields control over any battle while firing from a distant range. Preference, bows. Raider, a pirate who sailed to the lands between from a nearby waterway. The opportunity to try his hand against the Night Lord proved too glorious of an opportunity to pass up. Boasting high HP and strength, his poise allows him to stand firm against moderate attacks and flatten opponents with vigorous offensives. Preference, great axes, great hammers, and colossal weapons. Recluse, one of the witches of the deep forest, a caster of ancient sorceries who dwells in obscurity, far into the heart of the woods. She came to the lands between to answer a burning question. Boasts high intelligence and faith, and is able to deftly cast all manner of spells. Preference, none. Executor, this condemned soul, with a body fused with pieces of armor, went missing after a prison stint in the lands between. Brandishes a cursed blade and savors every battle. Boasts high dexterity and arcane, and is unrivaled in one-on-one fights, while armed with his cursed sword. Preference, katana. Oh, swap screen. Hold on. There we go. Whether targets can be roped in or not depends on enemy physique. Effective at breaking guard. Recoil causes one to reel back, but preserves a portion of the ultimate arc gauge. Hold to boost impact and remain standing. Okay. And Whirlwind sweeps away lightweight projectiles. You can hold to enlarge range. Can move briefly in the air, and diving attack is perfect for rescues. Hold to shield nearby allies from damage. Arrow pierces all types of enemies, terrains, and structures. Hold to draw a bow and aim before firing. Inflict damage on temporary weak points to destroy it and stagger foes. Damaging weak points extend its duration. Oh, okay. So if you deal enough damage, you get a guaranteed stagger. Ooh. Retaliate even causes larger enemies to recoil. Cool. Remain standing with a sliver of HP even after taking heavy damage. Oh. Eagle Eye also applies to allies. Greatly improves guard boost, but prevents running while holding up shield. Yeah, I wasn't able to get that ability to trigger. Can only be used once until restored through revival from death or passed through a site of grace. Oh, that's crazy. I thought that was once per run. Residues appear for allies as well, which can also be collected. Affinity residues accumulate. Collect 3 to wield a magic spell. Complex affinity combinations create more powerful spells. Brand foes with a short-lived blood sigil that increases damage taken and restores the HP and FP of the caster. Oh, FP as well. Okay. Repeated deflections reveal blade, enabling powerful attacks with the living sword. Cannot run while at ready with enchanted blade. Yeah, activate again to quickly undo transformation. So after recovering from an ailment, it boosts your attack and stamina recovery. These are all the weapons that we've picked up so far, I guess. Or all the weapons you could potentially encounter. Yeah, I am not reading all these descriptions, but I will scroll through them. Dark Moon Greatsword. Nice. You'd love to see it. Yeah, not every type has a golden rarity weapon. There's a lot of stuff in here. Rusted Anchor is pretty cool. I just like the idea of that being a weapon conceptually. Vare's Bouquet. Oh. Bastard Stars. You can even get the big duder. Guardian Sword Spear. Interesting that scythes and whips. Oh no, they're separate categories. It's just they're exactly 4 scythes. But yeah, the guitar was pretty sick. Although the fact that it was enchanted with Hoarfrost Stomp was really beneficial. Okay, just Dragon Fist. That's cool. Ooh. That's cool. The jar cannon. Oop. Yeah, so physical damage negation is 100% on every shield. Interesting. It's a lot of shields. Oh, and there's not even a legendary seal for incantations. Yeah, it's nice that they list all the items like this. I don't think most people read these descriptions, but... Oh, interesting. This is something that you buy... I'm going to read this one because this is exclusive to this game. Wending Grace. An afterglow of lost grace unleashed by the tide of night allows one to rise from defeat a single time, will take effect when kept in possessions, lost upon use. The world crumbles, and yet light, forgetful of its own path, still seeks a follower to bestow guidance upon, summoning again grace once lost. So you can apparently buy this from the shop when playing solo. But they're going to give you this for free in an incoming update. Like every solo player will start with this if you play offline. Again, yeah, these various boluses Yeah, alleviates poison buildup and cures poison ailment. Also boosts resistance. Okay, so you shouldn't smoke them all because it does cure the poison ailment, but it does the resistance boost stacks and is permanent for the remainder of the run. Reduces buildup of sleep, madness, death blight. And there are relics that can allow items to affect allies. So stuff like the gold pickled fowlfoot can be used to benefit all of your allies. Physical damage negation. Okay. Stamina recovery. Physical attack. And you can also get these things. The glorious physic. Deadly poison. I wonder if that was a thing in the base game. Swarm of bloodflies. Ooh. Warming stones are pretty clutch, because you can throw them down on the ground in like a boss fight, and being near it will just restore HP passively. And those are perfumes. Apparently this is really good. The Wraith Calling Bell. Anti-dragon effect. Huh. Guarding ability. So smithing stones on this are used to bring your weapon up a rarity. So this brings it up from white to blue, and this one here brings a weapon up from blue to purple. Is my understanding. Yeah. Strength and uncommon. A smithing table. Okay. So that's everything there. And then we have all the skill descriptions. Chilling Mist is great. A bunch of different parries. Oh, you can get Transient Moonlight. Cool. I wasn't really paying attention if Moonveil was in the katana list or not. Probably is. Yeah, the difficulty with these is that their spell symbols are so similar. And I don't think you're allowed to charge Azir's Comet Azir anymore. Oh no, hold to continue releasing. Just not infinitely. I think there's like a finite length to it. Or at least there was in the beta. I remember someone trying it and being disappointed by it. I've never gone for a faith build, so you know, faith and strength are attributes I don't typically level. So I don't know really what any of those do. Okay, so you could go back to the tutorial here. Okay. Yeah, dying outside of a boss fight revives at the cost of 1 level. Oh, including the runes for the lost level are dropped. That's good. Okay. I'm going to read this one. Ties to other worlds. In rare cases, the lingering phantoms of warriors in other worlds appear in the lands between. These phantoms are fleeting, but resonating with them through touch replenishes the ultimate art gauge. Equipment can be extracted from fallen phantoms as well. The victim's grief compounds, and their yearnings are passed on to the player who claims the heirloom. Phantoms are shared in online mode. Once a phantom is shared, it can be viewed in offline mode. Huh. So is that just a bonus for offline players to get ult meter and equipment? Okay, so we got forts, great church, main encampment, ruins, tunnel entrance, castle, field boss, Everjail, township, church. And churches are huge because you can increase your sacred flask uses. Yeah, mines are good for getting smithing stones. And then Sorcerer's Rise. There's Spectral Hawk Trees and Spirit Streams, basically the horse bounce pads. Scarabs. Have talismans. Ooh, buried treasure. Yeah, sometimes mission objectives will appear. Sacred Flask refills, hidden info, merchants and smithing tables, weapon rack with bows, staves, weapon case with sacred seals. Okay, and you have underground map. Triangle plus L3, place a pin. Ah, okay. Triangle plus L3 is just a pin in general at your current location. That's important. Yeah. Common into uncommon, uncommon into rare. Replicate a weapon. Special smithing table. Any rarity to upgrade to legendary. Okay. wonder if that's in a fixed location or random. Materials offer temporary effects. Lingering effect. And you can go to that location to benefit. Cataclysms. The night corrodes the earth, triggering regional cataclysms. An ice corrosive grip robs the region's denizens of their self-will and unleashes terrifying strength within them. Cataclysms are said to link to other worlds, allowing those who fail to traverse the night to wreak havoc. Braving a cataclysm can yield fine accoutrements and a great many runes, but at great risk. Victorious phantoms flow from other worlds into the Hall of the Round Table Hole. Glean insight by envisioning the battles they experience through their accoutrements. Only available in online mode. Ah, so you need to jump against a wall if the wall is too high for a ledge. Ledge climb. Got it. Oh, it replenishes itself slowly over time. Interesting. Oh, certain foes execute powerful attacks imbued with darkness. A successful dodge will absorb this darkness and replenish the ultimate arts gauge. Huh. Responds to an enemy's attack with a dark blue shine. Yeah, and then guard counters. Affinity attacks. So that's elemental damage, I guess. So Arcane is good for affinities, which is important for the Executor because katanas do bleed. Fire magic, lightning, and holy. So I guess Ice counts as magic. Okay, so Bloodlust and Frostbite deal higher damage with higher max HP. And Sleep causes you to lose FP. Alright. Madness also causes you to lose FP. Oh, here we go. Magic Cocktail. So 3 affinities. So pure magic. Magic that deals damage for some time encircling and attacking the target. Yeah, that's the one we've seen. Pure fire. Or a wind of flame. Flame spreads across a small area upon contact and burns for some time. Pure lightning. Enwreathe oneself in lightning, bolstering dodging actions. Pure holy. Enwreathe oneself in holy light, bolstering poise and increasing damage negation. So, So, double. So 2 of magic and or fire. Launch a Wraith Flame. Magic and lightning. Broad forward slash with a magic blade. Hold to move with sword drawn. Magic and holy. Cover nearby area with magic veil, fully conserving 8 FP for self and allies for a short time. Fire and lightning. Become fireball and barrel forward, raining lightning on nearby foes. Raise a torch for a limited time. Fire and holy. Raise a torch for a limited time that raises max HP. It reduces status ailment gauge buildup for nearby allies. Lowers max HP of nearby enemies. Lightning and Holy weave a layer of lightning that parries enemy attacks for a short time. And then Magic Fire Lightning. Conjure frontwards, exploding Gravity Orb. A Gravity Orb pulls enemies inward, expands, and explodes, inflicting heavy damage. Magic Fire Holy. Spew a mixed affinity breath that inflicts damage upon enemies and restores HP and FP of allies with contact. Fire Lightning and Holy. Create Lightning Rod and thrust forward into terrain. Lightning strikes Rod after a short delay. And then Magic Lightning and Holy. Create a Cold Storm with Eerie Effect and retreat inside Ice Block, gaining invulnerability. Okay. So actually, if we go here real quick. Yeah, so all weapons have 100% physical damage negation. Even torches. And staves. I did not expect that. Alright. Let's go back to Iron Eye real quick. I see. Okay. Got it. Okay. So I think we're good to go. So I'm gonna quickly use the washroom and refill my drink, and then we'll get to the actual game in just a moment. Can I run some ads? Yeah, I should. Oh, ads just started running. Okay, well, I'll be right back.